Slow, marhaba, merhaba, hello, and welcome to Kirkuk Talks Podcast, the podcast that is not only locally, but is also globally. Today, in Kirkuk Talks, we have brought an important figure in the city, okay? She is from Kirkuk, and she is her backstory made me choose her to be a guest with me. Her name, she will talk about this. And her works is also very important, and she has one thing that made open my eye, you know. So let's go straight to it and let's dive in. Miss Shirin, welcome.
Thank you.
Good. So who is Miss Shirin?
Shirin Wahab Hassan. I'm based in Kirkuk and I work in NGO. I'm a lead of local organization, non-profit organization, Kurdistan Relief Association. Since 2003, I started my work till now.
Kurdistan Relief
Association. Yes.
What is this? What are they?
It is a non-profit, non-governmental organization. Seeks to relieve the needy people around Iraq without any discrimination.
The name is only Kurdistan, but it goes?
Yes. We work around including all Iraq governorates.
Good.
Yes.
Where were the most focused things they have worked at?
The most places that we focused on was the places that been affected by the crisis recently by the ISIS. And now, as you know, that here in Iraq, we have two sectors, our NGOs focusing on it, women, peace and security, and then the peace as a peace sector. Yes.
Yeah. So they have focused on, for example, the misbehaviors of ISIS?
It's not like that. You can say that we have a group of families, as you know, that they've been returned from the camps and they needed to be integrated with the other community. Yeah. So what you do like an NGO, try to make it a bridge between them and between the community, how they can act.
Collaborate again and be together again.
How can they act normally? How can they back to their life normally? You will try to provide a service for them. It's not a kind of cash for work. No, it's a kind of providing a service like PSS, PFA, and try to integrate them with the community, try to mix them with the community in the activities. This way you will not make the community refuse them anymore.
So the Kurdistan Relief, have they focused mostly on fixing the backstory of them? Was it mostly on this war, or was it also helping them through funds and helping them with buying clothes? Giving them funds.
Both.
Yeah. Both.
Yes. You can say that we do that before as an NGO in partner with the Oxfam. We not try to provide only the service for them, like you said, that clothes or something like that.
Yes.
But we try also to integrate them in the other project activities also. Because if you said that you have to do that, you have to behave like that, he will not accept this idea. But look, if we integrated them and involved them in the activity, this will have the impact that you wanted to have it. See, when you wanted to advise someone and say that your behavior is not that right,
yes.
and try to remind him about his background and what he did, and look what you the result that you made it in the ground. So this will not make him to behave it better as you want it. Indeed. Maybe he will try to revenge of you. Maybe he will try to take another idea, say that what I did was the right. Look, they not accepted me like that. So if you wanted to fix this, you have to involve with them in the activity, with the community. Maybe the community not accepted them directly, but soon, with the time, they will.
Was it easy for them to, for example, trust or gain the trust of Kurdistan Relief?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
What was this?
Depended on the way that you wanted to explain what you wanted to do. What's the purpose of you? Why you do that? Do you wanted to do that just because you have the fund, you wanted to spend it on them? or you do it that like what we say, like an Iraqi person, you wanted to back them into the community again. Why you do that?
Exactly.
So when you explain it your mind and your idea for him or
you
for
put
her,
them all, yeah.
Yes,
for example,
yes,
you
yes.
explain everything
and
you
then
want.
telling him that if you wanted to do that, look to the result that you will get it. If you be with us, you will be a normal person again.
True.
Yes, and the good thing that we done it also that the children, I don't know if you know about that, the children that been born in that time in the crisis, they don't have it any
place to be born?
No, any civil works, any civil what we say, any civil papers to
documents.
Yes, to go to the school or to have these civil rights. So as we did that, like in Kurdistan Refugee Associations, we provided and facilitate how they can get the Iraqi ID. Because they are from the parents of Iraqi, their parents are Iraqi, so we facilitated this for them. And also this giving him or her the right to attend the school, practice normal. No one will point it to her or to him and say
the future belongs to school.
Yes.
And imagine they don't have
yes,
school, right?
and no one will point it to them about
Exactly.
their background that they have it.
Exactly.
They will pass it.
So working on documents was also like one thing Kurdistan Relief have done?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good.
We did.
Good. So you were a leader there?
We do it as a team, and I was a project manager of it, yes.
We can call it a leader. For example, you were telling others what to do, right?
Yes.
What is, like, how can you be a good leader in this case?
Okay. You have to be like a staff in the field. You can't practice and telling them that I am the manager. Indeed, you have to be like him or like her in the field. For example, if the staff came to you and said that
Like not only talk but also give actions?
Yes, you have to have the actions also. If he or she told you that we have this problem, I can't told her that. Try to manage yourself. You are in these positions and this is your task. Indeed.
True.
I have to help her and try to know what's the main problem also.
How many, were participating in this Kurdistan Relief? Were there like also, the volunteers?
The volunteers, about 20.
20?
Yes.
Good number.
Yes.
It's not bad, right? Good.
Yes.
Where were the cities that they started at?
The cities, we started in Kirkuk first.
In Kirkuk?
Yes, we started in Kirkuk, and then in Nainawa and Diyala and Salahuddin and Baghdad and Anbar, then inclusion all Iraq.
So the places where the problems were holding at?
We started in Kirkuk. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
if you remember, in 2003, when the families returned to Kirkuk, they needed for food and non-food items. So we started in that sector, in relief, providing food and non-food items for them. So that was the beginning of KRA, to do with that. And then after that, after 3 years, when you see that the family have it the food, have it the items that you provided for them, non-food. So what else you have to provide for them? Then we move it to the education. And
was it through asking or just seeing what
No. It was through what we said assessment, and we do it every year. An assessment, see that what they need, actually what they need.
True.
Yeah, what I see in the ground, maybe they will need it for food, but actually what they need, it's not the food what they need. Other services.
True.
Yes.
Like, anything like, for example, that is not with them and the services that are needed.
Yes, like an education, like a wash, like a GPV, like a building capacity. True. Yes.
Good. So, besides you working with the Kurdistan Relief, you have also, I've heard that, we have met before, so with the women rights politics. So what was this?
We worked for women political participation, and that was in 2005, and worked to have it...
Long time ago, so
yes. Try to have it some rights in the Iraqi constitutions. Okay. So we lead an advocacy campaign. But the things that we not satisfied till now, we don't have the actual representations of women in political.
Yet.
Yes, because the women in the political now positions, they representing their parties more than representing women's issues. If you see,
where is the problem holding?
The problem is, I don't know, Iraq have a quota, so they just try to fill the empty places with the women's by quota. So if you wanted women to represent women as politically, we don't have these problems that we have it now. Domestic violence that we have it till now, that the law is not being ratified by the government, see that we have many of women's parliaments. Why this law is not being ratified yet?
Well, yeah.
Right?
So the rights of them is still not, for example, included in the politics yet. So is it or not?
The right.
Yeah, the women right, for
the
example.
Women's right.
For example, women's in Iraq.
Yes.
Is it like included now, or haven't they started working on them?
They're not representing women. Yes, that's what I mean. They're not representing.
They're not representing.
They're representing what we say the parliament. They're representing what we say that their parties. They're representing the issues of maybe the community, but especially representing women issues, no. Yes.
Good. So, how, for example, because this might go globally, you know. So that's why we speak English, so that everyone understands the issues.
Yes.
But can this get fixed, and how can this get fixed? Like, how can we reach this message towards them so that they get, okay, there is nothing like that.
Recently, maybe you heard also about the personal law will be amended. I'd say that if it be amended according to the religion, if you choose your religion when you get married, maybe the women choose her religion, and you also, so will be different. What do I say? Different idea or different belief. Okay.
Yeah, different belief.
Yes.
True.
So till now you can't stop this idea, which is totally 100% effect on women.
Good.
Okay, women, girls, and even children.
I mean,
but you can't stop it because the women are supported.
For example, I personally was born from a woman, so they should have the right alone by, for example, holding us 9 months until we get birth and everything, right?
No.
But that they don't is kind of.
If you wanted to lead an advocacy campaign, what we say, against this law, you will not face it a man who will stopping you and say stop, you can't throw anymore. You will see the women stopping you and say who you are to do that.
Exactly.
Right?
Good.
So you with the women with the women facing each other on the issue, okay, related to the women, you will do nothing.
What were the challenges then? That, for example, you wanted to bring this message, but you faced a challenge. What was the challenge?
The challenge is the women.
As it didn't succeed, the women.
Yeah, if this case not related to the women, believe it me, the man will supporting you.
So the woman has to make noises so that they reach the message.
Yes, if you said that this law is unfair, okay, said that this law is unfair, and you wanted to lead an advocacy campaign through the media or maybe through the ground and see how many people will supporting you, men, women, youth, children also, but you will face the women. Women will stop and say, you can't do it. It's the law. You do it wrong.
So they are not supporting themselves?
No, they not do that.
This is the problem.
This is the problem.
Exactly.
You will not succeed with the women.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
if you try to face
anything, like anyone, for example, if you are related to something, you should support it.
Yes.
But if there is no support, how can this go through? How can you reach the message?
I will tell you some things about the drugs.
Let's go.
Okay. You remember in 2010, we was the first organizations that we do an advocacy campaign against drug. Yes. And I think that it's a new, but we will not promote it for drugs. Indeed, we will only focus on the police, not the people, not the community, because we don't want it to promote for something this community are not familiar with it yet. Because it was so I can say that it wasn't that big like now. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like
a new thing,
a new phenomena, right? But we just wanted the policeman to be aware about this, about the type of the drugs, about how to protect people if they see it or if they notice it in the cars, because they are in the what we say in the
area.
They are in the area, but in the stations or in the
borders.
سيطرات.
Yeah, in the borders. Exactly. Yes.
So, how they can recognize it? How can they stop it? So we wanted them to be aware. So we focused on them only. Sure. Believe it me, that time we brought a lecturer and a trainer from Suleymaniye. He was the manager of the drug department in Suleymaniye.
Wow.
And the man, I thanks him because he has all the types of the drugs. Okay. And he showed it to the police officers there and told them how they can recognize it. Even before they beans, what we say, before they trade, it's still green.
True.
Yeah, how they recognize it, like a flower, like a leaves or something like that. Yeah. Yes. And that was the good things that we did. The government support us.
That's nice. Like support is always like a relief.
Yes.
So like you will get most. You want to work more.
Whatever you want, we will support you.
That's good.
And that's good.
Exactly.
Yes, and from that time they have a department in the Academy of Police. They trained their police on the drugs and human rights.
Good.
And that's good.
How, for example, did you know? For example, you have followed, of course, you have seen, for example, probably drug dealers and people who are taking drugs.
Yes.
Good. But how could you know like the amount of people? Because, like for example, how did you know personally this amount of people are like taking drugs, and for example, the government or like the police station, etc., have to be aware of this? How did you know this? One, and how could you reach the message of they should like stop this?
Yes, in 2010, we only, as I told you, aware the policemen. In 2000,
only police.
Yes,
True.
90. We focused on that what you mentioned it now. We brought only the stakeholders and the UN agencies, international NGOs. How can we stop this phenomena here in Kirkuk first, and to be like a symbol for other Iraqi governorates? And then, as you say, the stakeholders, they have the data, the data of the drug addictions. They have it also the sick people that in the hospitals and what they did for them, and also they also said for the NGOs, you can do something for them, like an NGO. As I told you before, that they are sick people, we can considering them like a criminal.
Exactly.
Yes. So we can mix it them with the others. But
it was like a mistake they did,
yes,
and they continued on doing the mistake.
Yes, but they needed for support.
Yeah,
we have to support
They
them.
should have someone who, for example, probably also like speak to them.
Yes.
This could probably stop them, but there wasn't anyone.
Yes, but you can do that like person to person. Okay, you must have a place for rehabilitation them first, like medically. And then you provided the PSS for them.
Are there any medical places, stations now here?
In Kirkuk, as I know that in Azadi, they have it only maybe a room or something like that.
Only a room?
Yes, but that time the government said that they will have it a rehabilitation center. They will establish it.
So but they will make a center?
Yes, till now they don't have it. Even I remember we told them that as an NGO, we have a special staff. We will provide
How can we work on this?
Okay.
As citizens.
Okay.
Can citizens also work on this?
Of course.
Good.
Okay.
So how can we?
If the stakeholders, like you said, that multiple of people will see us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they will hear about that. So if the stakeholders wanted to do that, they can do it. They can specify the place, like a rehabilitation center for them.
So it's not only the organization that can reach the messages, but also the citizens who
yes,
can reach?
Of course. You are citizen, me like this. Also.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can do that.
True.
But with the government support. Because if I get the support from any international NGOs, the fund will be stopped. So who will be continue.
So there are a lot of stories I heard from you, but I focused that you are only mostly working for Kirkuk. So what is Kirkuk for you? Then, as you have, you have worked a lot, and this means that it should mean something for you. What is Kirkuk for you?
It's my paradise.
Paradise.
Yes.
But what made you feel that, okay, Kirkuk is your paradise? Probably, of course, the place that you were born, your hometown, but also there should be other things. So what are they?
The people that living here are so simple. I've been in Suleymania for years in the college. Yeah, most of our training in Hawler, yes, and in Baghdad also. People there are different from here.
What is the difference?
Not that simple.
Here are like very simple?
So simple, not very, so simple.
Wow.
Believe it me, if you wanted to contact with any one of them, you will see, okay? If you are a stranger here, people try to help you, whatever you are.
Yeah, exactly. Like they try to do it only, not even when you ask this.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, try to provide the support for you. They not ask it who you are, where are you from.
But they just help.
Yes.
And this made you like make Kirkuk be more special.
Kirkuk is wonderful.
Okay, where do you want to see Kirkuk? Probably, let's say, after 5 years.
Inshallah, inshallah. I wanted all the simple services being provided to every citizen here, and people here be aware about their rights. Not only said the government, they also do that. They being part of Kirkuk, feeling that this city is their home, not government home.
True.
Yes.
The citizens is like, it's your home, so you should work on your home.
Yes, not considering that the government should do that, the government, so what about you, what about me?
Exactly.
Yes.
For example, in the previous episode, I brought like someone who is working for a foundation. It's a foundation called Kokar, and they are working on environmental issues. He mentioned, for example, that it's not only us working, but the citizens should also work. For example, like when they plant a plant.
Yes, I know about that.
And without watering, it will die.
Yes.
So you have done, right?
Every year they do that.
So
and I blame it them.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because when you wanted to plant a tree near to my house, you have to obey me what to do.
Exactly.
Don't told me that this is for the community. Tell me that this is for me.
Okay. Yeah. Specify it for me.
Yes.
Exactly.
You have to take care of this.
True.
Okay. You're responsible of this. So when I take it like my responsibility, I will take care of it.
Yeah.
But if I say that it's for community, the government have to do that, I will not do it. I will wait for the
government
and they will not do it.
Sure. Okay. So for example, now let's go back, for example, to one important point, which is like also like how can, for the last time, you reach a message for example, the people who are working or should work for NGOs, what they should be aware at. This is like what I want to mention. What should people be aware at working with the NGOs and organizations, and how could they face these things? So yeah.
Okay. If you like it, the NGO is have a big space for work. You can learn, you can mistake sometimes, but no one will blame it you. Indeed, you will stand up again and you will do your best and to provide the best. So any youth wanted to start it from the first and try to be successful person and try to have some things that he will proud on, he or she must work in the NGO. Yes, because the place that you will learn to work voluntarily without waiting for a payment. Okay, you will learn more than any place. In the college, you have to learn. You eligible to learn. See, that's the subject that you study. You have to learn. In the employment, like we say that as an employment, you have to do your work. It's an eligible things. But in NGO, it's not eligible.
True.
Yeah,
so they should be aware of, for example, what's eligible and what's not?
Yes. In the NGO, it's a place that you learn without paying. It's a place that you can produce as much as you can. And no one said, how you do that, when you get that, okay? And you contact with the beneficiaries and know that you are part of their problems and try to solve their problems without looking for anyone's support, okay? This
you should look at yourself.
Yes, you will develop
you.
yourself. Believe me, if you are in 20, you will feel yourself that in 40. You will develop yourself, okay?
Sure.
But if you are thinking that working in the NGO just for benefits or for proof or something like that, you will reach nothing. Yes.
Okay, for example, besides working with all other organizations, NGOs, trying to bring women's rights and everything, is there like any other project that is like very important for you and brought you to a big achievement?
Yes, I can mention 2 projects. Yeah, one for children. We established a non-formal education center for the children that been displaced because of the crisis in 2014. And we brought it more than 50,000 children and enabled them to back to their official study. And that was a good impact for us because they've been displaced from Nainawa, from where we say Hawija and Dibis in Kirkuk, from Diyala and Anbar and Tikrit. So that was a good achievement for us. And for women also, we do a project for them and have a good impact. We tried to only provide it PSS service for them, but beside that, we provided other service for them.
For example?
For example, we provided non-food item for them, clothes and shoes and what other things that they need, blanket and something like that.
Like needings in general?
Yes, market and blanket and these for their houses because they don't have it anything. And that was a good project for us because that time in Hawija, any families saw us said, can you services us too? Provide these services also, because we reached to every house there.
Okay, for example, what was your reaction when you saw this life of them?
It was so great. Yes, so great feeling.
After the help?
Yes.
I mean before the help?
Before the help.
That made you help them?
Yes, we provide the PSS sessions for them and see that the women's there attending the sessions, and we are in the winter, but they're wearing what we say the summer clothes and
T-shirts, for example.
Yes, and dishdasha.
Yeah.
Good. And her children is not wearing even a shoes. They don't have it.
Barefoot.
Yes, and when we asked the mother, why are you wearing like this way, and why children's like this way, didn't they feeling in cold? She said that I have nothing. And actually, you cannot say that she's a liar. You can't say that. Because no one do that just to attract other pupils to her or to her children.
Exactly.
Yes. So
that's a good point, actually.
Yes. So we visit her house and see actually she don't have it anything. No clothes, no even market, no even blankets or clothes for her children. So we try to provide it for her. When we see that, we see the women's are increasing to our sessions. Okay. So I provided the basic service for her. Then I could transfer what I wanted to do, like what the subject that I wanted to reach her. Before that, she wasn't accepting anything. Okay, she just thinking about like an NGO, what I will provide to her. She been followed with a talking. So what else you will provide it to me like a service?
Exactly.
But when I provide a service for her, she be excited to attend. And that was a good point. So when we see this impact, I can't say that a result because it's an impact. I saw that the other families I do the same. So I remember we completed our target. The target was so much. We completed our target 3 months before the project ending.
Wow. Yeah,
and that 3 months we provided extra target beneficiaries to the donor.
Was it hard work?
No.
Really?
It was so great because when you see a family happy for you when you visit their house and try to provide it even a water for you, with love, you will be so happy to do it whatever you can to do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Good. So you personally, were you satisfied, for example, with the help, or did you want for example, to do more?
Actually, we wanted to do more, but our
And
fund,
why weren't
our,
like any
our
additions?
fund was like this way and ended, and then we told the donor that their needs are 1, 2, 3 also, but you know that the support is not from the Iraq. It's outside the Iraq, so the donor have to know what is the basic need, then they provide it.
Why weren't then any Iraqi helps? You were doing this, Iraq would see this, but why didn't Iraq support it?
The stakeholders and the government not supporting these issues. Yes.
In general?
In general,
Good.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, we have got a lot of informations. Also for me, like new informations, and I'm very happy to have you here. Good.
Too.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, a lot of good stories, old stories, like stories that were a little bit tough, hard, and with a lot of helps. I mean, supporting the needings of others was always like very important. This guest has talked and showed a story about herself and the support for the Iraq. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Anas Ismail and I am out now. Of course, my guests will have like 1 minute to talk to you. This is Kirkuk Talks. Thank you so much and bye-bye.
My message is every person have a task. So every person can do it. So if you wanted to do something, try to do it now and do not wait for the chance because you can do it. Thank you.